I think today the debate of who is having a best league in Europe has been really settled. Barcelona, a team topping La Liga, has been knocked out by Manchester United at Old Trafford. United have beat Barcelona by 2-1. They've come from behind and they really leveled the game through a Freddy well-directed shot on target in the 46th minute of the game. 2 minutes into, or is it even 1 minute? 1 minute into the first half, Freddy levels the game of football. Then in the 76th minute, Anthony comes in through and finds himself on the score sheet again for Manchester United, having missed out on several games because he was injured. This time around, he has returned in a very good, fashionable way that has seen United knock out Barcelona. The two Brazilians have gone ahead to send their fellow team that also has Brazilians like Rafinha. There is, who else? Which Brazilian is playing for Barcelona? Like Rafinha and very many others. They've sent them back to Catalonia, and obviously they're out of the UEFA Europa League. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. I'm here to give you the match reaction of this beautiful game of football that really happened at a side called Camp Nou. Not Camp Nou. It is Old Trafford. That's where this game of football really took place. And remember, the first leg was played at Camp Nou. Barcelona went ahead. Then United leveled through Marcus Rashford. Then Rashford did some magic that resulted into an own goal for Barcelona. They conceded. And then Rafinha went into level the game. That game ended 2-2. But if I told you were really an objective person and you watched that beautiful game of football, it was written all over that United were the better side. Today, Barcelona came in with very many players missing out. Ousmane Dembele, Pedri and Gavi. Obviously, they had no chance. They had no chance at Old Trafford because United had gone ahead to play 19 games and they are unbeaten. 2 draws, 17 wins. First half, United looked bad. What Ten Hag did was get off Weghorst, and he brought on a player called Anthony, and the magic really started. But in the 18th minute, Bruno Fernandes goes in for this, pulls down this player known as Alejandro Balde, and it was a penalty given. People calling it soft, but guys, there is no soft penalty. You know, I hate it every time when people say it's a soft penalty. You know, if it's a soft penalty, then VAR would have called the referee to go on the side monitor to really see whether it's a penalty or not. But calling it soft when Bruno Fernandes has granted the referee an opportunity to really see that he's really pushing or rounding his hand around the elbow of Balde, that is no brainer. No brainer. I don't want to give falsehoods here. I don't want to come out here because I support Manchester United and really say it was not a penalty. It was a soft penalty, but to me, I think it is deserved. It's deserved because Bruno does a very reckless act into that goal area. It was very reckless. And obviously, that penalty was taken by the Barcelona center forward, Lewandowski, netting his 25th goal of the season, and he made it 1-0 for Barcelona in the 18th minute. Now, after all that, lots of things were changed in the second half. The manager said, Weghorst, get out. Let me get in a player called Anthony. Then Sancho switched to the left. Bruno Fernandes played back into his central midfield area. Then after that, the manager decided to give Rashford the lead role. And guess what? Just 2 minutes into the first half, it's Freddy who goes in for that effort, and it goes into the back of the net to really put the aggregate back to 3-3. At halftime, it ended 3-2 in favor of Barcelona. Freddy levels it. Look at where he shoots from. And Bruno Fernandes finds himself a reason for us to forget what he did in the first half that resulted in the penalty, and he shoots it into this corner, and he went into celebration. Look at the ball. Ter Stegen was left helpless, and he couldn't really stop that effort coming in from Fred Rodriguez, and he made it 1-1 into that start of the second half. And obviously United capitalized onto that, and it's the comeback that they needed to settle this game. If they let Barcelona reach 60 minutes or 15 minutes into the first half, when they're still in the lead, they would have gone ahead to really capitalize and frustrate United. But United said, we are not going to say ourselves frustrated. We are going to really come back and look for an equalizer to take that game back to level and then look for a winning goal. And that's what happened with a man known as Anthony, who really went in for a very beautiful strike, as you see here. That is Anthony. He went in for that strike and he curled it like that into the bottom corner. Into the bottom corner. And guess what? It really found itself into the bottom corner, and it was Anthony Santos putting United ahead. And you see Garnacho, Anthony Santos and Bruno Fernandes doing that celebration that obviously everyone will remember in history, that United have finally gotten ahead to beat Barcelona since 2008, because we last beat them at Old Trafford in 2008. In 2019, they came up and beat us badly. They battered us by 1-0, and it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the management of that beautiful team of Manchester United. But things never went the way we expected them to be. But this time around, United is going to have to capitalize onto that. Look at how he calls it. Good technique coming in from Anthony, and he's scoring his 6th goal of the season. That is Anthony for you. Rashford was in the way. He gave way to the ball into the corner, and United was really in a pure lead. But what does this mean? It means that tomorrow, that is on Thursday, you support Arsenal, you support Juventus, you support Sevilla. Those are the teams that are really through to the round of 16, and the draws are really going to be live. And I'm going to come out here and really bring you everything as you deserve it. I'm going to be streaming on 2 channels, United Matters channel and Rokani Media Football, because I know that Arsenal is in, and obviously Manchester United is in. So I'm going to come out and really find myself in a position of really streaming on 2 channels to bring you which teams are really through. And that draw is really going to be live here, and be letting you know which team is really going to face who. And as it stands, these are teams that have really gone ahead to make it to the last 16 draw in the Premier League. As it stands, we are having So as it stands, we are having Arsenal from England, Fenerbahce from Turkey, Real Betis from Spain, then Union Berlin from Belgium, Real Sociedad from Spain, Feyenoord from Netherlands, Freiburg from Germany, and Frengravos. These are the teams that went in through to really go through and top their group stages. Now, those that are really going to join them are Manchester United, Juventus, there is Sevilla, there is which other team has really gone in through. So the seeded teams are, I think I can show it on the screen, because I know there are some Arsenal fans watching in who would love to know which teams they are really going to face. So the seeded teams are really going to face teams that are not seeded. That's it. Now, the seeded teams are the following. They qualified as winners of the group: Union Saint, Arsenal, Freiburg, Ferencváros, Feyenoord, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, and Fenerbahce. Those are the seeded teams. Now, the unseeded teams include Manchester United, Juventus, Sporting Lisbon, Shakhtar Donetsk, Union Berlin, Bayern Leverkusen, Sevilla, and AS Roma. Now, teams that are really unseeded are going to be facing the teams that are really seeded. The seeded teams are Arsenal. These ones are read fast. But teams from the same country or from the same nation are not supposed to face one another, meaning that don't expect United to face Arsenal. That's out. They're not going to face themselves until we reach the round of 8. That is the quarterfinal. So that means United might face Union, then Freiburg, Ferencváros, Feyenoord, Real Betis. They cannot face Real Sociedad because they were in the same group, and then Fenerbahce. So I believe it's going to be a very good call for United, and we might see a final between Arsenal and Manchester United. That's it. And I think that's the biggest final that UEFA would ever love, because Arsenal is back on song. United is performing very well. They've knocked out Barcelona. That statement they've sent out today is that having knocked out Barcelona, that means we are in a position of winning the league, because leave Barcelona into this tournament, they'll be called favorites. That's it. So that's it I had for you. But Barcelona have been knocked out, and let them go out to the La Liga and capitalize onto their becoming the champions of the La Liga, because they are leading Real Madrid by 8 points only. So Rokani David is my name. Your reactions to United 2, Barcelona 1, aggregate 3-2 are welcome in the comment section below. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. I sign out for now. See you later. Rokani David remains my name. I'm out. Good night, my mates.